Alright, so the Valk rework just came out in the testing grounds, and I've gotten my hands on it and played with it for a while, and besides being incredibly fun to use, I think the character is quite good. I think there's only a few problems that the character has that needs to be addressed before she goes live, but I think it's only a couple problems and not overly redesign what they already have envisioned for the character in the testing grounds. I think it's very good, and it could probably go out pretty soon, next patch, if they just fix some of the problems. So first, let's get into some of the problems with the character, or let's get into the pros, the cons, the changes, the problems, where I think she'll be after these changes are implemented in terms of the meta, where I think she'll be in terms of like a tier list, what characters she'll be replacing, etc. Alright, let's get into that. So, let's get into the changes here. Removal of Shield Crush and replacing it with the full block mix-up. Addition of iframes on the dodge attack, the addition of range on the dodge forward light, as well as enhancing it, removal of 400 ms lights, making sweep 500 ms, and making zone 500 ms. And I'm pretty sure there are some other really small changes that might have happened, like maybe some stamina usage or something, but I'm going to keep these ones as the major changes. So now let's get into the good things about the rework. Alright, so one of the main problems that I see is that her bash does 20 damage from her full block bash, which in my opinion is fine, but I don't like her being able to chain to heavy on whiff. Now, I do think it'd be a good idea if she kept the 20 damage, but she only had the option to chain to light on whiff. This would make it so if you dodge it, then you either get a guaranteed guard break if she doesn't throw the light, or if she throws the light, you light parry and get 24 damage into a mix-up. But you also have the option, since every character has a dodge attack now, of just taking safe damage that's lower than her damage in terms of risk. But if you want to get higher damage than she does, then you have to make another risk on top of that into your offense. And I think that adds depth to the read, and I think that's good. So, in my opinion, I think they should just remove the heavy on the whiff. Alright, another thing that needs to go is that if you hit her full block with anything that isn't a zone attack, since it counts as a superior block, she can cancel out of it fast enough to grab a guaranteed guard break. Now, this is extremely hard to time, but it is still guaranteed. Alright, another problem is that her sweep is an extremely fast recovery, so fast that most dodge attacks, even on prediction dodges, will not be able to punish it. Now, this is just a problem that's easily fixable. Just make the recovery slower by maybe a few hundred ms. Maybe make it so that it doesn't reaction punish if you try to reaction dodge the sweep, but at least pre-dodges should punish it. Where do I think she is in terms of viability? And who does she place at the top level in terms of compositions, if any characters she replaces? In terms of viability, I think she is very strong. She has probably the best feat lineup in any character of the meta. The optimal feat setup, in my opinion, is Bounty Hunter, Jug, Fury, and Flask. So that's incredibly powerful. And what about ganks? Ganks are very, very important in the current meta, and she has very good ganks. She can initiate these ganks with unreactable offense that she can easily catch people dodging or trying to external dodge or roll from her. So these ganks are kind of hard to time, but once you do time them, they do a lot of damage without feeding Venge. Now, currently, I think she replaces Raider in the current meta because I think she has better feats and I think she has better ganks. And I also think she has an amazing team fights. Maybe not as good as team fights as Raider, but overall still very good. She has better chase than Raider, and her 1v1s are also very, very good. Now, with Shinobi being banned, I think ganks are very, very important in the current meta, and Valkyrie having an amazing feat setup, even better than Raider, having that Fury Flask, and you can save Raider for Comp 2, I think that her ganks make her probably a better pick in Comp 1. So I think as long as they fix a couple things about Valkyrie, I think she's good enough to be played in top level play. I love this character and really want to see her succeed. Alright, tell me what you guys think in the comments section. Peace out. Let's go 100-0. I want to try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
I guess I gotta do it.